Hey, Real Green Ninja here. The video you're about to watch is a supplement to the existing tutorials and help videos already available on the Real Green website. I do take a more casual approach because I'm presenting this information as I would if you called in, although I may have a little fun with it. This video is based upon the information I, as a Real Green technician, would provide using my experience on the help desk. This video was created on my own time to assist with areas of the software that may be waiting for an official help video or tutorial. At the beginning of the training video, I will have the version of the Service Assistant the video was made with. I will also try to be as accurate as possible, but be aware, as Service Assistant updates are released, things may change. I'm using the name Real Green Ninja as not to stand out from the other amazing technicians that I work with. I hope the information in this video helps you, so grab a cup of coffee, and I hope you learn something new. Hey, Real Green Ninja here. Today we're going to talk about monthly invoices. These are used for things like snow removal and lawn mowing. It's pretty much for when you're not leaving an invoice at the time of service, but the person doesn't want a statement, or you don't want to send the person a statement, so you do what's called a monthly invoice. So let's begin. Now, we're going to go ahead and pull up my account here. Let's take a look here. There's Real Green Ninja. And we'll take a look at my, I think it's snow removal. Yeah, there we go. So we'll take a look at my snow removal job. In order for a service to be shown on a monthly invoice, the billing type has to be set to statement only, and it cannot have an invoice number. So remember, when you're pulling things like lawn mowing or snow removal, you're going to be pulling a driver's report or a worksheet, depending on what you use for your company, but you're going to be pulling one of those print products, and you're not going to be printing an invoice because, again, you're not planning to leave something at the time of the visit. Now, any job that's set to statement only that has been posted in production that does not have an invoice number will show up on that monthly invoice. So, if we come over here, and let me grab my lawn care. If I go through and see how it's regular invoice, I double-click the done date so I can do a really quick post-production on it. Let's see, Real Green Ninja, save and post. Cancel. Yes, there we go. So what's going to happen is, even though this does not have an invoice number, it's not set to statement only. It's only going to show, it's not going to show up because the billing type is set to regular invoice. Now, if I come over here and go to the snow removal, and I print out the snow removal, oh, I'm sorry, let's go back here, no. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. So, by the way, really quick shortcut if you haven't seen it before, you can double-click the printed date, and it will take you to the invoice screen for that service for that customer. So if we go print it out, but I'm actually going to print out an invoice, and I'm going to do a fake print on this one as well. So I don't waste paper because I don't, actually don't have any invoice paper. Give it a few moments to do his thinking, and I'm going to print to a Microsoft XPS document. I actually had a video that shows how to do those fake prints. So once you tell it to do an XPS document, it's going to ask you where to save it. I'm going to save it over top of my other junk one. Hit yes, there we go. I'll talk about that maybe in a future video when we talk about invoices or something. But now you'll see it's been printed. But if we take a look at the service, okay, let me push F5 to refresh my screen here. You'll see when we go into the detailed view that it does not have an invoice number because it's set to statement only. So again, it has to be set to statement only, and it cannot have an invoice number. All right. So like I was saying is, if you make a mistake and decide an invoice number, there's not too much we can do as far as reversing that. But now let's go ahead and post production on those jobs. We come over to the snow removal, double click my done date. I'm going to put the done date of, let's say 24th. And actually, the serious thing is we actually had a little bit of snow earlier this week. So save, post, cancel, yes. Finish that up. There we go. And then we're going to post that other one. Lawn care. Okay, that's right. The lawn care one was posted. Okay, so again, we have two types of situations. The first one is, oops, didn't mean to click that. The first one is we have the snow removal here. You'll see it's been posted in production. Again, these three ones do not have invoice numbers. All right. Our lawn care fertilization program or service has been posted in production, does not have an invoice number, but again, it's set to regular invoice. So when you're ready to generate your monthly invoice, you're going to go to Print, Invoices, and Monthly Invoices. And you're going to, select your date range of the services that were completed. If you want to do a reprint of a monthly invoice, you can put the invoice number and so on and so forth. You can also tell it whether or not to include the continuous service message, whether or not you want to include or exclude prepayment information. Again, you can control certain information that's printed, as well as if you posted production and you put notes in there, you can include the service feedback information, which is that notes field on production, and you can choose to use a work order form as opposed to general purpose form. But again, once you have all the stuff, when we hit get invoices, here's all the people in my system that have monthly or have their services that are set to statement only that do not have a monthly invoice yet. But we're only going to look at the Great Escape one here. So now when we do a preview, you'll see there's the 2 snow removals and there's the mowing, but we don't have that fertilization round. Now, we don't also have that other snow removal, and the reason why, because I want to show you what happens, we don't have that other snow removal because it's outside the date range of this monthly invoice that I selected. Because remember, I set it for April, and the date range is set for March. So again, let's go ahead and do a fake print. Do XPS document writer print. Again, I'm going to save it over top of my junk file here. Okay, now that has been printed. When we hit get invoices again, you'll see that customer is no longer on this list. Okay, why? Because in this date range, he does not, or they do not have any services that have not been printed or that have not had an invoice assigned yet. So if we take a look back at our snow removal job and we go back to this first one, you'll now see the printed date is today's date because that's the day I printed that monthly invoice. We go here and you'll see there's an invoice number. Okay, go to here, invoice number. Go to here, no invoice number, because remember, this service that was done in April was not on that invoice when I printed it out. We go back to here, and you'll see I'm not even going to change the beginning. I'm just going to go through, and I'm going to make it out to April 30th. So now when I hit Get Invoices, scroll down, you'll see that person's back there. My account's back up there. Click on that, do a preview, and even though I selected the same date range, that invoice is not showing. So again, you'll see here's that snow removal that's there now, as well as this mowing that I did earlier this month. So again, if the job is set to statement only and does not currently have an invoice number, it will show up on the a monthly invoice if it falls between the date range you selected. Once you print out this monthly invoice, those jobs will then be assigned this invoice number that's up here. In this case, it would be 12550 or 12,550. It will be assigned this invoice number, and then even if you go over the same date range that these services fell within, it's not going to show them up because now they have an invoice number once you've printed it out. All right. So I hope that helps. I hope it clarifies things a little bit. And again, as far as monthly invoices is concerned, they're mostly used for snow removal and lawn mowing, but there are other companies that might have a corporate customer, commercial customer that does not want an invoice dropped off every single time, but they also do not pay in a statement. So in that case, what they'll do is they'll set them up for monthly invoices. Now, also monthly, even though it says monthly invoices, you could run them as many times as you want. You saw I just ran this one twice, on the same day. And again, as long as the date range that you selected has services that are set to statement only and don't have invoice numbers yet, you can get that monthly invoice for that person. So I hope this, again, clarifies some things. Hope it makes a little bit more sense. And you guys have yourself a wonderful day.